Okay, I'd like to bring the regular meeting of the Zion Park District to order, April 21st, 2016. Eric, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Pye?
Here.
Commissioner Brown?
Here.
Commissioner Buchholz?
Here.
Commissioner Magera?
Here.
President Hartman?
Okay, I need a motion to approve the minutes of the Personnel Finance Subcommittee meeting and also the minutes of the regular meeting dated 17 March 2016.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting and the minutes of the Personnel and Finance Subcommittee meeting of the Board of Commissioners on March 17th, 2016.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner Magera?
Aye.
Commissioner Buchholz?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. Okay, well, looks like we have a guest who's not a guest, who's an employee. Welcome. I will tell you that your job is going to be somewhat easy because you have an outstanding staff, both at Shepherd's and Shiloh, and an outstanding staff, period, here at the Zion Park District. So, and I think you've noticed that already since you've been here. So as managers, that's usually a good thing because that makes our job a lot easier. I'm very proud to have you. We're happy to have you. And, you know, when I was down in Springfield last year, I got a knot in my throat because I can't tell you how many people come up to me and said, "Oh, Zion, you guys have Shepherds up there." Yeah, we try to get up there at least once a year. And I'll tell you, if that don't put a knot in your throat when you're in the state capitol, you know, there's a lot to be said for that. So, again, welcome. And like I told you the other day, anything I can do to help you, all you have to do is ask. And I know the other board members feel the same, so. Thank you very much. Glad to be here. Any board members have anything for the new manager?
Welcome. Go team.
Okay. We have any discussion items, Marilyn, that we have to?
No.
Okay. All right, and the agenda will stay the same.
We do not need an executive session.
Okay.
Really, truly, we don't.
All right, any commissioners' comments?
I got a couple. Last Friday I golfed. The course was okay. Then Sunday I golfed against La Fellowship. The course was excellent. The greens were rolling a lot better on Sunday. I was surprised how different 2 days was from Friday to Saturday. Course drop was dry, hardly no water.
Which course, Jess?
Shiloh, but I was really surprised how much 2 days changed the course. Then I went to Shepherd on Monday. Unbelievable how dry that course was in good conditions. I really was impressed. To me, how nice the courses look so far.
Great.
Anybody else have any comments? Okay. Go ahead, Jess.
Oh, I will. The first 2 days of the month, I went to the city company. That was really nice having the park district staff at that meeting for the picture.
At which,
The city company. Except for you.
for which event? It was an event?
No, the city company.
City
Oh, the
Council?
city council.
Yeah, I
Oh,
said it was nice having the park district staff there for that picture. That was really nice.
Yes,
They showed them.
we do appreciate that the city council honored those staff
Yeah.
members and that one woman who was a participant.
That was really nice. Everyone showed them.
Oh, yes, it was good. They
Yeah.
had the staff support also, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, anybody else have anything? All right, do we have anything from the attorney? No. All right, I will need a motion for unpaid bills.
I'd like to entertain a motion that we pay the unpaid bills dated 3/31/2016 in the amount of $77,962.07.
I have a
just
second.
thinking.
Okay, I have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner McGarrett,
Aye.
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye, Commissioner Buckholz, President Hartman.
Aye. Okay, director's report.
Yeah, I just gave everyone an updated report that was inaccurately copied in your packet, so I did give you the corrected report, which includes Kay's report, which was missing, and several other staff members on that first one. So if you'd like to read through that again and have questions, please just feel free to let me know. This was an ad that was put into the Cubs yearbook. It's for Shepherd's Crook. Christine, our marketing director, and Larry thought this was really something that was of value for what the cost was, and is going to be in the hands of quite a number of people in the Chicago area. Hopefully we'll generate some golfers out of it. I think Bill's correct that we do have a very good reputation, not just in our area, but across the state. So we thought this was valuable. So just wanted to share that with you, that came through and it looks nice. And
Do we have a way to gauge how many,
I don't think so, because we did not do a coupon, which is, really the easiest way. So it's just going to be from if people tell you that, kind of keep a gauge on that with your staff is probably helpful.
Yeah.
It's just going to be arbitrary comment.
Yeah, and I'd like to make sure everybody knows about Larry's retirement on the 29th. I'd like to see that all the commissioners, if possible, be there for it to say goodbye to Larry. I know he put in some years into this park district and has done a phenomenal job, and again, to welcome you. So please, if you can see your way and you can be there, please be there and support Larry and our new manager for the golf course. I think it'll mean a lot to both of them.
Is that 29th or 30th?
29th.
It's Friday the 29th from
Okay.
5 to 9.
Okay. Anything else, Madeline?
No.
Anybody else have any questions about the director's report?
No.
Okay.
I do.
Go ahead.
What do we do with this, when do we dispose of surplus property? Do we just sell it, junk it, the Jeep?
This vehicle we junked because it was beyond any usable life.
Understand.
We pushed it to its very end.
Understand.
It came from the city in the beginning, so they used it to its very end and then we got it.
Well, I know the vehicle, so I know what vehicle it was, so I was trained in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of funny. So,
You're not near as rusty as it was.
might be surprised. But, I was just curious because, with government property, when things are disposed of, I'm just curious how the park district is handled. disposing.
Generally, by the time we get to that stage with a vehicle,
We've worn it out.
It has absolutely no further value.
Understood. We use it up.
Yep.
Understand.
So generally, that can be your understanding for especially a vehicle.
I was on two wheels in this vehicle.
Yeah, Bob pushed it from Shiloh Golf Course over to here one morning, I watched him do it.
That was when Bob said, I don't want to drive this one anymore.
Is that one of your patrol cars when you were getting on the force?
Okay, anybody else have anything? All right, sounds good. Okay, moving on to new business. Marilyn, we have the approval of the 2016-17 budget.
Right, I have a couple of supplemental pages for that because we have had a change before we do the final budget. Oh, shoot, I should have stapled these.
Thank you, sir.
These single page ones are easier.
Okay.
Oh no, this isn't either. I should have stapled these, sorry. Okay, those go together, 2 pages. 2,
No, they go together.
2, they go together.
All right. Okay,
Hang on,
That's down there.
this one's one.
one
Is there an
thing,
extra one here?
Yeah, I bet there was.
And what's this? The whole
This is
packet?
the rec fund, yeah, that's that one here. Give that one to Gibby.
So you want these pages
Yeah, that goes down.
replaced in here?
Yeah, I would
Is that-
just-
That one, you can pass that one down.
wait a minute,
Oh, I think, no,
These
they
are
all have,
individual
they all
page.
have, Eric took them over there.
Oh.
These look like an individual page.
So
Yeah,
go
those
to the
are an
bottom?
individual
Is this
page.
mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have one?
yeah.
Yeah, there was, should have been one extra of each of those. Okay, so, we can just go through this real quick. Okay, Bill?
Yes, ma'am.
Bill,
Yes, sir.
what we got
Is there an extra?
in the packet is not right.
I'll give this to you. I
What
just-
is
okay.
Marilyn's
it is the right one.
What, pardon me?
Yeah.
One that I saw in my packet is not right.
We just made a change on it, so this is the corrected
Oh, yeah.
page,
I'm
okay?
just trying to keep up.
Right, okay.
Thank you, Marilyn.
You're welcome. Okay, so, we budgeted, look at the construction budget first. That's the single page, the first one I gave you. That's
What's the
construction
page
on the
number on the
top.
bottom, I'm sorry?
33. So we had budgeted to do the roof at the Shiloh Center in the budget, and we got the bids in before we did this final, and they're higher than what we had budgeted, so we adjusted that. So that's what all this adjustment is for, is since we knew what the cost was going to be.
The rough getting pretty bad over there.
Yeah. It's one of, well, it's not the only one, but it's the one we're gonna do this year.
Good.
So, in order to adjust for that in the budget, so we could go forward and not be out of sync with the budget, we changed the construction budget to reflect the higher cost of the roof, okay? We are going to transfer in from recreation, which is what the original budget and plan was. We are also going to transfer in from museum. The museum is housed in the Shiloh Center, and so we are going to take some of the revenue that we have, the excess revenue there, and we are going to help to pay for the roof of the building where the museum is housed, since we have never charged it for any rent or anything like that, so we're going to take that out of there, okay? So the construction budget has changed by that amount. The museum budget has changed by that amount.
What number is that?
19 and 20.
19 is the museum and 33 is the
vacancy.
Construction.
The rec budget was impacted there because less of the payment out of the rec fund, since we're taking from museum also, so that's supplementing that, so that budget has changed slightly. And so this is the total budget summary page, which reflects all of those changes in it, and this is what we're voting on tonight, is the full budget.
This one here? Okay.
This one, okay? So is there any questions on that?
Any of the commissioners have any questions about the?
I know that, you know, we
Budget.
went through the budgets individually and quite a while ago, but it really does help us to reflect throughout the year when we're doing our monthly financial reporting, correct numbers. Since we knew this, we just felt it was better to correct
I
it
think it's pretty
here.
good that you could do that like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's, okay?
First of all, again, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I really appreciate the hard work that goes into this. I mean, again, this is not something easy, and it's not something you can do in an hour. So I really appreciate the staff's hard work in putting this together, because this is, you know, this has to be right on the mark. And like I said, it's not something you can just do in 10 minutes and it's done. So please pass that on, that I truly appreciate everybody's hard work on this.
Okay, so I'm going to just summarize this
Please
page.
do.
So the budget summary page, it gives you a 4-year historical look at how we have done the complete budgets over the last, and where we've ended up. Budget, this is what we budgeted. This isn't where we ended up actually. These are all budgeted numbers. So this year, we will have revenues of $7,402,566 and expenditures of $7,404,540 for a deficit budget of $1,975. Again, as Eric pointed out in our March financial report, our budgeted deficit for this year was $5,405. We are well ahead of that mark. We probably will not end up with a deficit budget this year. So again, this is budget. It's a guide for how we're going to go forward this year, and I think we have a really good budget. We've done all the individual ones at our budget meetings, but I think we're in good shape, especially when you look at the comparisons of where we've been. So
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Any questions from any of the commissioners?
I got a comment for you, Marilyn, and Eric and the staff. I combined a week on the budget in my head whispering, you guys do a great job. It probably take me 6 months to understand the budget. You guys do a great job with the budget. I really appreciate you guys helping the board members try to understand the budget. Thank you to your staff, like Bill said, you guys do a great job. I really appreciate all the hard work that you put into this,
Thank you.
with everything you guys do.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other comments? So we'll have to make a motion to approve this? Okay. I'm going to entertain a motion to approve the budget for 2016-17 that was just explained to.
I'll make a motion to approve the Zion Park District operating budget fiscal year 2016 and 2017.
Do I have a second?
Second, then.
I have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Brown? Aye. Commissioner Buckholz? Aye. Commissioner Magera?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. Okay, next one on the agenda is bid 1603 for the re-roof of Shiloh Center.
Okay, these are the 2 bids that were received, so you can look at that. We opened bids on Tuesday,
Are there two sheets here or just one?
just one.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, I got you. That's a big difference.
the contract.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the actual bid that documents, this is the results here that I'm handing out.
Contract,
Yeah.
contract that I read it, I'm like,
Okay,
So, results from the opening that was on Tuesday are Precision Roofing, $83,000, Waukegan Roofing, $110,250. It is the staff's recommendation that we award the contract to Precision Roofing to roof the Shiloh Center for $83,000.
Less precision at Zion too. In this case, keeping it local shop, local.
okay. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I have a question.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
What is the reputation of Precision Roofing?
Pretty good.
We've used them before.
We have? We've had success? Okay.
I've heard good on them, Rick.
No concerns?
what have they did in the past? Do you remember?
What have they done in the past?
Well, yeah, they just, they did the barn out at Shepherd's this last fall. And they did some patchwork for me. They've done Herman Center back in '94 or '5, I believe.
No leaks?
Well, you're always gonna get some leaks, but no, it's held up well.
Thank you.
Okay, I will entertain a motion to approve the recommendation to award Precision Roofing to the re-roofing of the Shiloh Center, and that's bid 1603.
I'll entertain the motion that we accept bid 1603 from Precision Roofing in the amount of $83,000.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, I have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Magera,
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz,
Aye.
Commissioner Brown, Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. Okay, next one is the disposal of the surplus district property Jeep Cherokee.
We just need a motion to
Prove that we get rid of it.
approve that we get rid of it, as our discussion was earlier during my report, that we have driven it to the end of its life and it will be scrapped.
Rick, do you need parts on that? For your garage?
All right, I will entertain a motion to approve the disposal of the surplus district property Jeep Cherokee that we discussed in the director's report.
So moved.
Huh?
So moved. I make a
Cheryl.
motion.
Okay. Do I have a
I
second?
second that.
All right, I have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Magera,
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz,
Aye, all the way to BC.
President Hartman.
Aye.
BC
Okay.
Auto.
Okay, next one is policy for the IMRF pension unfunded. Carolyn, if you have any.
Yeah, so in your packet, it was the GASB 50 disclosures, kind of talk about this, but I'll try and explain it to you, and Eric can jump in if he feels it necessary. We are in the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund for the employees of the Zion Park District. You have to work 1,000 hours per year in order to be enrolled as an employee, so not all employees are enrolled. The individual employees pay 4.5% of their salary towards their IMRF retirement. The district has a rate which fluctuates yearly as to what we pay. There is an unfunded liability that's over here. This is a dollar amount that the actuarial tables say that IMRF is going to make on their investments goes into this pool, and that also affects the Park District rate, so this is kind of all one big pot of money. It certainly has some effect with the longevity of the staff as people retire, and, I've been at the Park District for, 28 years, so my liability to IMRF is much higher than someone who's been here for 3 years, because I'm closer to retirement, so I'm closer to taking that. I'm vested fully, my salary is higher, so all those things come into the actuarial table. A couple of months ago, we talked about having tax objections to the rate that we are levying for IMRF. If you remember, we talked about that. And so we do have quite a bit of money that we have in that fund. So what we would like to propose is that we put a policy in place that states that, you know, as we have excess funds in that account, we pay towards our unfunded liability, and it will reduce it with IMRF. That unfunded liability is an actuarial number, so it fluctuates also. That's what the GASB 50 statement tells you, that, you know, that's not a static number. So if we put so much into it, that doesn't mean we're going to pay it off. But we just wanted you guys to be aware that we have this out there. It's in the audit every year. There's a dollar amount that IMRF gives us that the Zion Park District is, you know, responsible for. Again, that fluctuates. It depends on a lot of factors.
Yeah.
And we just want to have that policy in place so that if we have excess funds in that account, that is one way to kind of bring that balance down a little bit, is to pay that.
Can I say it?
Any questions from the?
Yeah, wait,
Go ahead.
I just want to add two things. One, so we do not have this unfunded actuarial accrued liability because of anything that the Zion Park District specifically has done in the past. So we have not shorted our pension payments or underfunded the pension for the last 20 years, which many other municipalities have, and that's why you hear about the state of Illinois pension crisis, because, you know, year after year they shorted the pension, and so now it's ballooning and blowing up on them. This is not the result of that in any way. IMRF assumes a 7.5% rate of return on their investment portfolio. That's what their actuaries use to calculate the pension liability. So in a year where they're short on that 7.5% return, it's going to create an unfunded liability. So you're going to have pretty much every municipality that is in IMRF is going to have this unfunded actuarial accrued liability. Just because, again, they're assuming that 7.5% rate of return, and if they return 2%, then that's going to create an unfunded portion. So that's really primarily how, you know, this is about.
Yeah, that's a good point,
That's
that it's
why.
not, that we always pay the amount that we owe,
Right.
that they tell us that we owe.
And then they
It's never
collect.
that we've shorted it, it's just this,
It's just this volatile, you know, it's the volatility of the market, and if you look at the GASB 50 statement, 1 year our liability could be unfunded by $1.2 million, then they could have 11% or 12% return year, and we're only underfunded by $400,000. The next year they could have a 2% return, and we're underfunded by, you know, $1.6 million. So again, it's going to be volatile, it's going to fluctuate, and they do kind of price that underfunded into our IMRF employer rate every year. So they adjust that. So when we say, you know, our employer rate went from 11 this year to 13 the next year, you know, a component of that change is this underfunded portion.
Okay, so there's a surplus, or,
Right, so right now IMRF is saying if everyone at the Park District retired and you had to pay them out, you'd be short by $1.2 million or whatever it is. So they're saying right now we have an underfunded actuarial liability
okay.
from an
I mean,
actuarial
our
basis.
IMRF account at our fund, we have a fund balance right now. We have a healthy fund balance.
Okay,
So
You're taking that balance,
we're
To
not gonna
pay
take
off
that,
the
no, we're not
full
gonna take that full balance, but we just wanna have it be as, this is a financial strategy that we have to reduce that funding level if it gets too high. The other way we do that, which we did last year, is we reduce our levy. So we've done that because that helps to keep the tax rate lower, right? So we just want to have the flexibility to go either way with that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the law states we can't do anything with this money anyway. There
Right.
is, we cannot move this money to another budget.
No,
The only thing we can use this is for IMRF funds.
correct.
Yep.
So, if the only thing we can do with this money is use it for IMRF funds, then in
Right.
essence, we reduce our liability.
Right, why not pay down some of that liability that they've got
Right.
toward on us?
So we just want to make you guys aware of, this is what we're looking at, and, reducing the levy, which we did this year, because, that makes fiscal sense for the Zion Park District also. But this is another mechanism to reduce that fund balance,
So,
which reduces our liability.
so we're actually, I'm making a bid, or a motion to approve the policy for, is that what we're?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. That's exactly what we want.
Question. Are we putting our budget or our IMRF position anywhere at risk if we do this change at all for our employees in the future in any way whatsoever?
Well, that's a good question. We would not pay down an amount, to like limit our liquidity in that fund. We wouldn't, if we have a $600,000 balance, we wouldn't pay $550,000, We're talking about, making payments of however much we can. If it's a $600,000 balance, maybe $100,000, $150,000, something like that. So, we would definitely leave enough cash reserve in
Yes.
there for at least a full year's worth of expenses.
At least.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, I will entertain a motion to approve a policy for the IMF pension unfunded actual. Is that the word?
Actuarial.
Actuarial liability.
Liability.
I'll give it a go. I'll entertain a motion that we approve the policy for our MRF pension unfunded actuarial accrued liability.
I have a second.
I'll second that.
All right, Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner Magera?
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. Okay, next one on the list is the Illinois Junior Golf Association contract.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that to the board. We did talk about that we do have this scheduled for May this year. Once again, the Illinois Junior Golf will be coming to Shepherd's Crook to host one of their junior golf tournaments, and we're happy to have them. I think it's great exposure for our golf course. We just have one scheduled so far, right? And it's May, oh no, it's July. I thought this was in May. Okay, this is the July one. Is the other one not IG? IJGA? It's a different one. Okay, so this is a second organization having a tournament for the juniors in July, which we did host this, I think, last year. We had one in May and one in July. So two different organizations that we're dealing with.
So do we have to make a motion to approve the contract, or it's for FYI?
I would like you to make a motion to approve the
Okay,
contract.
sure. Any commissioners have any questions?
Do we know what the contract is?
Yeah, basically, it's a standard contract for them to come in, yeah. It's, yeah, it's really, for us, it's really good exposure. We make quite a bit of practice round revenue because the kids come in and they want to play ahead of time, and the families come in with them.
I have a question for Ellen. You think we would get a couple more tournaments? Let me put you, are you gonna try and get another one?
Yeah, I mean, they were already, their schedules get set up a year in advance, but it's something definitely this year that we can talk about and try to keep our eyes open for other
Right.
associations. But they try to spread it around all different regions of Chicagoland, north, south, east, and west. And this will be the one on the far north side. So.
Great.
Yeah, so the fact that, we've only had them for 2 or 3 years, but they keep coming back is
That's
good, that's
It's
a
a positive,
it's a
right,
positive.
good. Any other questions from any of the commissioners? Okay, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to approve the contract for the Illinois Junior Golf Association.
I'll make a motion to approve the Illinois Junior Golf Association contract.
Do I have a second?
I second that.
All right, Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Buckles?
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. And we don't have to go into the executive session?
Nope.
So we have nothing more to
Yeah,
bring out?
Phil,
Okay.
give me
All right.
that picture.
I will
Could
entertain...
I ask a question?
Absolutely.
What's going on with the gaming?
We haven't really made any progress there since we're doing this, we're doing this transition from Larry to Alan. We haven't done anything with it. We still had some concerns about how that was going to work in our facility because of some of the state statutes. So
Being in a visual state of.
being in sight of, and how's it going to work when we have rentals out there, and so I've kind of been holding off on it until we got Alan up to speed, and so we just haven't done anything with it yet.
Okay.
Mr. Allen, can you tell us what you got some ideas about the golf course, what you're gonna do out there, or whip it into shape?
Well, I mean, I've been to some good places in my career, and I'm pretty impressed with the Zion Park District and what I've seen so far. I mean, I would echo
What do you think of that course out there yourself?
well, it's beautiful, and, Mr. Pye's correct, it's made a big change in a matter of just a few days, just by drying out a little warm weather, but, I'm impressed by, you hear a lot about, boy, you gotta really compete on price, you gotta lower your price, but I look in the parking lots and there's Teslas out there and BMWs and Lexus and everything else, so people that appreciate quality are showing up at that golf course. And
For the people with the smaller, they go to Charlotte.
And that's a pretty good test too. I drove around there and that's just another great asset. I mean, it serves a completely maybe different market, but what a great asset in the community for folks to be able to play around the golf for $6.50 or $7. I mean, that's hard to come by these days. I'll tell you, that's
Absolutely.
pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Where do you park your Mercedes? Are you kidding me?
That's not my Mercedes.
Oh, that's right, we got one for you.
It's a 1997 Jeep with
Put a bow on it.
And Fred Flintstone.
It's not bad, you get some good pennies, you can get some traction.
Okay. I will entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting for April 21st, 2016.
I'd like to make a motion for adjourning the meeting, our Zion Park District Board meeting, April 21st, 2016.
Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Pye? Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner Buckles?
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. All right.